Review of Surfmine.com. Can you guys earn between 1 to 5% every single day, as these people are claiming here with their website? And they are claiming to be a London-based mining facility. Okay. If this is your very first time on a channel, make sure you find the subscribe button. Also click on the bell notification icon. That way you won't miss out on any of these important updates. On this channel, what I do most of the time, as per request by my reviewers, by my subscribers, I review systems, platforms, even training products. Whether it's make money online or steer yourself away from a potential scam, this information can serve you. Okay. I've been doing this heavily on this channel since 2017 and reviews in general since 2013. So today we are looking at Surfmine.com. Actually, before we get into that, if you're looking for a legitimate way to create a part to full-time income online, you can check out my #1 recommendation underneath this video. First link in the description box below. And if you're looking for traffic, second link underneath this video. Okay. So here we are. Website is surfmine.com. Surfmine.com. They are claiming that they are the best in business. Their experience is built on years of hard work. Okay, how long have these guys been around? Well, let's go look at their domain registration. 89 days old, privately registered. So surfmine.com, it's only been around for less than 3 months. Privately registered March 30th, 2025, set to expire in 2026. They have Cloudflare enabled to protect them. Website traffic statistics for surfmine.com. No results currently, so not enough website traffic to their website, surfmine.com, to actually trigger statistics. In their About Us section, they're claiming that they have an office address at 27 Constant Street, London, England. When you go to that address, they actually are showing 27 Constant Street, London here, but it is a residential area, and they have like some stores on the bottom here, but people live on the top. They're not actually giving you a unit number. If you are good at SEO, some people are good at this, you can just take a name of a company and fake it into Google, right? This can be done. I've seen this done many times. I highly doubt that these people are actually here. Reason being, the first thing is they haven't given you a unit number. They've just given you a random area location. If they actually had an office, meaning Surfmine had an office here, they would give you, and if they were legitimate, right, and they weren't scared of the police and other enforcement, like government agencies, etc., they would actually, say my unit number is so-and-so, and you could just walk in and visit them. Now, they don't have that because I highly doubt that they're even here. It's not hard to get an address on Google Maps if you know SEO. Now they're also showing another address. Our location, 153-159 Bow Business Center, Bow Road, Bow, London. Okay, that address goes to this office building here. They're not giving you a unit number. Now, I did go to the directory for this office building, and I cannot find this company, meaning Surfmine, on their registry at all. So I highly doubt that they're there. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with what an actual mining facility looks like, it doesn't look like an office building, okay? It would be like this here, like a warehouse with containers on each side, housing all kinds of different hardware. Okay, you need like acres of land, you need warehouse space, etc. You need containers, right? You need a lot of electricity. You see, there's like a hydro setup right over here, right? You don't see that in the office building area because they're not going to put a mining facility. They only do that, like use these fake addresses to fool people into getting your money, getting your crypto into their platform. So far we're not on a good start here. Now these guys are claiming that they're experts, right? Bitcoin mining company. veterans, blockchain veterans, but they're not telling you who they are or showing you any proof other than a website. All you're dealing with here so far with surfmine.com is a website. Okay. Now they have a document here, and they're claiming that they're legitimately licensed and registered with all regulatory bodies and government, etc. And they're even so. The good news is they're actually registered. Okay, they have a UK Companies House certificate, but the bad news is it's not a replacement for securities registration. Since they're claiming that they're in London, in the UK, they would have to register with the Financial Conduct Authority and allow the FCA to audit them. That means that the FCA would actually prove that they're getting revenue from mining facilities, right? Like they're pretending to be. They're showing you guys pictures. So they're not registered with the FCA. So that's a big red flag right there. Now the pictures. It looks like they can use AI, right? You guys heard of AI? It looks like legitimate facilities, not Surfmine, and they somehow Photoshop their names onto the backs of employees in mining facilities, pretending that they are Surfmine. Now, they do have Trustpilot reviews, 94% 5-star and 6% 1-star. Trustpilot, I would say, can't really be trusted because most of the time they're fake reviews. However, I did notice that some of these people have like 3 reviews here. If they all had like 1 reviews only, one review, then you could say it's bots. But it looks like there's a mix of gullible people here. Okay, why would I be saying gullible people? Because in the beginning, when you get a Ponzi scheme, right, especially a new one, when it's up and running and they have people promoting it, getting other people into the deal, you're creating revenue. So you get some revenue and you can make some of the small payouts in the beginning. Now the average person online is not educated in respects to like crypto mining or even crypto itself or even investing. A lot of people are saying, hey, we're mining, and then in truth they're not mining at all. They just invested into a scam website and saw the red flags, and then when it exits scams and rug pulls, they say like, we didn't know, we got scammed. But most of you guys can see the red flags here. The average person will see this video and still invest, saying, hey, I can make between 1 to 5% daily. Okay, so I'm thinking a bunch of BS reviews by inexperienced people and a mixture of also bots, as well as some real people who are claiming they didn't like their experience so far, even though this thing's only been around for 90 days. So they do have a referral program. You can bring family and friends, serve them up to this platform, and earn 10% off their back, basically. That's what you're dealing with here. Okay, so let's get to a quick conclusion and verdict. I don't recommend it here because too many red flags. The first red flag is they've only been around for 90 days, meaning their website. Second red flag, there's no proof that they actually have facilities other than some photoshopped pictures. They photoshopped the images of their name onto the backs of stock images that they found on the internet. Okay, the third red flag that I'm seeing here are the fake addresses, right? No facility for mining will be in an office building. Hopefully you guys understand that. The fourth red flag that I'm seeing here, they're not, and the biggest one, right? They're not registered with the FCA. They just have a Companies House certificate, a UK incorporation certificate, and it's registered on April Fool's Day, All Fool's Day 2025. That should be your biggest indicator that you're about to invest into a Ponzi scheme. Now, the fifth red flag, right, and I would say the final nail in the coffin for this here would be, does this make sense to you guys? Hopefully this makes sense to you. We guarantee income from 1 to 5% daily. There's no Bitcoin mining or cryptocurrency mining company that could actually guarantee you daily returns every single day because there's so many different moving parts, right? You've got cryptocurrencies, which is a very volatile market. It's always up and down, up and down. You ever seen those charts and graphs, right? Then you've got all these electricity costs and other costs associated with legitimate mining, right? It'd be very expensive here to actually give you guys 1 to 5% every single day, right? If you could actually earn 1 to 5% every single day, everyone would be joining this. Elon Musk would be first in line, right? But in reality, it's just hopefuls on the internet, random people who are going to have to learn how this works. So how this works, in the beginning, right, they're going to show you smaller contracts, right, to get the average person in. Something that's affordable to the masses. Small, affordable investments into this fake company. So you just have a website. All you got is a website so far and some fake addresses and a UK incorporation certificate, which is worthless, meaningless, and not regulated, since you're not registered with the FCA. So people now, they're going to go and take, like, as an example, let's say you got a package of, let's say you can get in here, as an example, let's say you can put $100 to see what's going to happen. So average person would put $100 into the thing, $100 into the thing, just to test the waters, to see what's going to happen. And what these guys are going to do, if they're smart, they're going to give you back, right? They'll give you back what you were promised, because it's a very affordable, small amount. So then the next thing that people would do, especially this one here, has withdrawal limits. And they're claiming that if you put a deposit of $3,000 or more, they're going to remove that cap. So you could, have unlimited withdrawals. So they pay you out in a little bit of your own money, right? Not big earnings somewhere. Some of your own money they give back to you, right? Some people are going to come here and they're going to say, hey, we got back our initial investment. Like we put in $100 as an example, and they paid us our promised returns, and we got like $125 as an example. I'm not using the calculator here right now. I'm just blurting out some numbers. And I get comments like this all the time. So we got back our initial money, we don't care. But I'm thinking, if you really wanted to become an investor, you would care, because you need more than like $125 to pay your living expenses and maybe live on the beaches of the world like some of you guys want to do. But at the end of the day, you have to just try them out to understand and experience. The best way to learn is by your own experience. So they're going to give you back some of your own money in the beginning. So you're still not going to believe, because you might be new and you might be saying, hey, I'm excited here, and your review is wrecking my excitement. There was a guy, I'm going to close off with this here, okay? There was a guy by the name of Big Mark. He used to promote these things all the time. And he would make the stupidest videos out there. How to, make money online by make $1,000 per day watching Netflix, something like that. And then he would make up these tutorials, because the public, that's what they want. Easy money, free money, right? Watching movies. And he's like, if you give these people, if you give the marketplace what they want, you will live, a life that you want. Does that make sense to you? But Big Mark is no more. Big Mark is hated online, because I think like 100,000 people got ripped off with his YouTube promotion. And then someone was shining a light on him and said this guy's a big scammer, and I think he got embarrassed. So you can't give the masses what they want, right? Unfortunately, because the masses want to get ahead with a Ponzi. It's not going to happen. So once you invest the larger amounts, what's going to happen? And please, I'm not saying, hey, don't invest here. Some of you guys are not going to believe. Hey, we gave you a review. We don't believe you, right? Don't believe me. If you want, as I said, I don't recommend it. I think it's an outright scam. Some of you guys are just on my channel looking for, the holy grail of platforms that make sense to you. So that's the website here, surfmine.com. Type that in, and I would say test the waters for yourself. and go out there, do your own due diligence research. Most people won't do that. They're just going to blindly invest, see what's going to happen. What's going to happen is they'll pay you out some of your small returns in the beginning. If you put in like $3,000 or more, like some people are going to do, you're going to have to learn the hard way. Once you try to get out the big numbers on the screen, they're going to tell you, no, can't withdraw yet. You got to give us some more money. Give us a large deposit, and it would be something like a tax or a big electricity bill. And you're like, oh my God. And then some people even give them that. And then eventually, when you figure out you can't withdraw the big earnings that you need to get ahead in investing and in mining, then they block you. And then some of you guys get scammed again by crypto recovery experts. Once crypto goes into the blockchain, what expert's going to get it back for you? Yeah, no expert, right? So this is the world of investing online, especially with cryptocurrencies nowadays, guys. People getting schemed. So I don't recommend it. Too many red flags. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. I know some of you guys disappointed and looking for the Ponzi that actually works. You know, if I find one, I'd actually join it myself. But no one's going to give you 1 to 5% daily like you guys want. Or else no one would ever have to work again on the planet. We would just sit back and drink out of coconuts on the beaches of the world. Okay? Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you're looking for something legit, go underneath this video. First link in the description box below. If you're looking for traffic, second link. Thank you very much for joining me. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching the channel. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.